This is the ABC 10 News Streamline. Everything you need to know today in 10 minutes or less. The FBI is investigating Sunday's deadly mass shooting and fire at a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Michigan. At least 4 people were killed. 8 others were injured. The shooter rammed his truck through the front doors of the church during a service and then opened fire with an assault rifle. Police say he also set the building on fire. As you can see, it was destroyed. The gunman has been identified as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford. He's an ex-Marine. Officers shot and killed him during the attack. This morning, they're searching his home and cell phone records to find any motive for what they call a targeted attack. They're also still searching through debris from the fire and say they are concerned about all the people still unaccounted for from the church.
So as I said, we're working around the clock now. So we're working tirelessly to find additional bodies. So to answer your question, the entire church has not been cleared because it's a total loss due to the fire.
Now, this shooting is the latest to target a religious institution. It sent shockwaves through the LDS community across the country. ABC 10 News reporter Eva Kirshner spoke with a San Diego LDS leader who says they have to stand strong in the face of violence.
We will continue to have our doors open. We cannot live in a state of fear.
Art Rascone, the president with the California San Diego mission, trying to keep the faith strong in his community. He tells me there are 40 to 50 Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints congregations throughout San Diego County. They have weekly sacrament services, just like the one that turned deadly in Grand Blanc, Michigan, Sunday morning.
It's tragic news anytime you hear of anything like this in any congregation, in any setting. But of course, it's more personal because it hits right here close to home, and that is in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
One of the most notable acts of religious violence in San Diego County in the past few years was the Poway Synagogue shooting. That was in 2019. 1 person was killed. More recently, authorities are looking for the suspect in a series of hate crimes against different places of worship in Bankers Hill, North Park, Golden Hill, and Hillcrest. Rascone is advising his fellow believers to move forward with love, not fear.
Any changes that we are going to be making in the community, in the services, in response to the shooting?
None that I know of. We're not going to bend our will towards the fear and animosity and persecution which exist out there.
Eva Kirshner, ABC 10 News.
Today, President Trump is meeting with lawmakers to hammer out a deal and avoid a government shutdown. The deadline to pass a funding bill is tomorrow. But a lot of Democrats are refusing to get on board unless Congress extends Affordable Care Act subsidies that will lower the cost of health insurance for millions of Americans. Republicans want a more simple short-term funding fix just to keep the government running until November 20th. A shutdown would mean millions of federal employees, including members of the military, TSA officers, and ICE agents, would work without pay until the government reopens. The president has also called for some government agencies to fire people instead of going with the usual shutdown furloughs. Also at the White House today, President Trump is expected to speak with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. This meeting comes amid growing pressure to end the war in Gaza. The Trump administration has proposed a 21-point peace plan that calls for Hamas to release all remaining hostages within 48 hours of an agreement. Now, it also outlines a post-war roadmap for Gaza, but the plan does not indicate U.S. support for a Palestinian state. Netanyahu has repeatedly vowed not to end the fighting in Gaza until Hamas is obliterated. Dozens of countries are already backing a Palestinian state, including the UK, France, and Canada. The Trump administration plans to build a new 10-mile stretch of wall system along the San Diego-Mexico border. A notice posted by the Department of Homeland Security in the Federal Register on Tuesday said the new barriers will be built near the Tecate and Otay Mesa ports of entry. The notice states that certain environmental laws and regulations will be waived in order to build this new section of the wall. It's funded through the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, which became law earlier this year. The Miramar Air Show wrapped up over the weekend. Thousands of people packed the Miramar base to see these high-flying stunts, the explosions, and all the performances. ABC 10 News reporter Yasmin Ludi joined the crowd to learn why the largest military air show in the country is so special, no matter who you are or how many times you've seen it.
high-flying stunts and thrilling explosions drew thousands of people to the Miramar Air Show.
Oh yeah, there we go. Wow.
The last time Ginny Eisenberg and her family came to the air show was 9 years ago.
At that point, my daughter was actually active duty in the Navy and was serving on the medical staff. So it was kind of exciting for all of us.
It's also exciting for her 15-month-old grandson.
He's getting to the point where he's seeing airplanes and pointing to them all the time, and we thought it'd be a lot of fun to bring him out to the air show.
While William enjoys watching his grandson experience his first ever air show, he says being back on a base makes him feel a sense of camaraderie he only experienced while serving in the Marine Corps.
I do feel somewhat at home coming back to a military base, be able to interact with the Marines here at Miramar.
While the sound of planes flying over can be a bit startling, William doesn't mind the noise. For him, it's a reminder of the sacrifice he made for his country.
When I was stationed at Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point, outside the gate and the welcome wall, I guess, it says, "Pardon our noise, but it's a sound of freedom." But I firmly believe that.
Yasmin Ludi, ABC 10 News.
You know, the air show wasn't the only spectacle in the sky this weekend. Take a look at this video captured last night's SpaceX launch of the Falcon 9 rocket. It deployed 28 Starlink satellites. That rocket created this twilight effect that lit up the sky. I went outside last night to see it because it looked really cool. This video was taken from Escondido. The launch, though, was seen all across Southern California, even as far away as Arizona and Nevada. Super Bowl 60 is still months away, but now we know who's going to perform at the halftime show. We cut off his head there just to keep the suspense for a second. It's three-time Grammy Award winner Bad Bunny. The NFL and Apple Music made the big announcement Sunday evening. Now I know rumors had been swirling that a different kind of pop star, Taylor Swift, might headline. I mean, she's been all over the headlines with the NFL and her engagement to Travis Kelce, but you know, the NFL commissioner hinted it could be her and then totally switched course. Instead, it's the Latin pop star who will take the stage to put on the biggest sports concert of the year. That's your ABC 10 News Streamline. Everything you need to know today in under 10 minutes.